Look at who we have here already. Wow. Dave and Amanda and Connie and Alicia. Hello. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, you guys. I think everybody's snowbound in the north here, so nobody has anything else to do, right? Oh, are all of you other northerners staying warm? I know, Alicia, you're in, I believe it was Ontario, right? I think. Nova Scotia, that's right. Hey, hugs to you guys too. Oh, you know what? I saw that system over that, and those, especially the winds, I think, were really, really bad. And the cold too, but oh, okay, Dave and Amanda, well, thanks for popping in. I don't know if you're still here or not, but it was so fun to have you here last week, and I look forward to having you back. So, yeah, Newfoundland, yeah. So, hi, Julie. Hello. Hey, Karen. Thanks for coming. 46 degrees out in on the West Coast. Okay. I know. I was hoping that my title would kind of be just like a real draw. It's like, ooh, we're going to get into this. So, anyway, yes, I hope Chivalry is not dead either. So, hi, Gail. Thanks for coming in. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. If you're new here, I don't know, Gail's Garden and Garden Herbs, have you been here before? I'm trying to remember. If you have, I'm sorry, but if you haven't, welcome. And where are you from? So kind of let me know that. So that I'd appreciate it. Oops, I hid my list here. So yes, hugs to everybody out there. Really am so glad to see you all. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, Alicia Caitlin says hi. Hi, Caitlin. Is that your daughter or granddaughter? I'm not sure. So, yes. Oh, I'm so sorry, Gail. When I start getting 30 and 40 people here, I can't quite remember. So I'm sorry, but I love that you're here. Thank you so much. In Northern California. Okay. So I know there are 2 or 3 different Gails that I end up coming across. So I'm trying to keep them all straight. Hey, making lemonade from lemons. Hello. Thanks for coming. No grandkids yet. Okay. Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, you don't want any grandkids yet. So is it your 5-year-old that is the your little one? 17, 11, and 5. Those are good ages. Absolutely. Hi, Rainbow 505. Thanks for coming. Stringfield Ridge Farm. Hi, Teresa. Scott. Thanks for being here. Are you up in the crane? Hey, Joey and Jesse. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Oh, I know, Connie. Those were, you know what? Okay. Nobody really tells you and warns you about, they always think it's like, okay, your teens, when you have teenagers, that's like the worst in going through everything, but nobody tells you how difficult it really is to have adult children and watch them go through all these painful times and making mistakes and bad choices and everything that you have absolutely no control over, you have no say in, you don't have anything like that. And so it's really hard. Nobody tells you that that's more difficult than little ones. So, hey, Eli, thanks for coming in. So, oh, yeah, Prepsteader Bob was down with the Hive and the Homestead. It was a good live last night. You guys did a great job. So, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Alicia, enjoy them where they're at, definitely. And just keep on your knees. That's about all you can really do. So So, oh, Zany May, hello. Thanks for coming in. Leanna, thank you. Hello, hello. Appreciate y'all coming in. Did you guys see um, there were 2 lives last night or yesterday. They were so funny, just hilarious. And um, I don't know if either of you are here or not. I don't think so. But Southern Blessed Homestead with Mac and Patty wearing the bridal veil. That was Mac wearing the bridal veil. And they did like a newlywed game. So that was just so hilarious. It was so funny. And then shortly after, we had Overlook Valley Homestead, Mark and Sarah, that were wearing their aluminum foil bowls with antenna and everything. And it was just like, oh my gosh, there was something in the water yesterday. Everybody was pulling out the funny stuff. The hilarity was great. It was really fun. A couple of very lively lives. So Caitlin, you're in snow right now. Hey, Built on Rock Homestead. Hi. What else do we have here? Sunny Preps, hello from Pittsburgh. Did you make it through the snow and everything, the blast? Oh, Alicia, yeah, they were covering a lot of bees and everything. They were talking about having 9 colonies. And so anyway, I had a number of questions for them. So it was really, really interesting because even though I've watched a lot about bees and everything, they were saying some things that were different and new to me. So I was, asking questions. So it was really good. Hi, Farm in Our Backyard. Thank you for coming. So it's 20 degrees now in Pittsburgh. Where's my phone? So today it was about, I want to say about 5 degrees maybe, Fahrenheit above zero. We're finally out of the below zeros, I think. But we're supposed to have another, oh no, we're 2 below 0 Fahrenheit right now. Only minus 14 wind chill, so that's not too bad. But I was out shoveling today a lot and actually got really warm. And so, taking off my hat and mitts and jacket and everything else. So it was kind of nice. Very sunny out, and there's no wind. It was just beautiful out there. So, oh, Leanna, I know. I did about 2 more hours today, and part of that is like kind of initiated my subject for tonight here. So we'll get into that. Oh, good. The Hive in the Homestead. Yeah, that was a great live. You guys had a really good time. So it was very interesting. Had lots of great information that you gave. It was great. Okay, Alicia, you're going to have to convert for me the 200 centimeters of snow, if you can, into feet, how much that would be, just about. So I always have to I have to Google that to get those kind of things done. But if you would happen to know about what that is, so. Neon, what is that, Leanna? Neonic tides? And what are those, and what do they have to do with the colony collapse? So that would be interesting to know. Is it something they put, do they sell the boxes and actually put that in there or something? Yes, Caitlin, you can give a shout out to your mom. Who is your mom? Would that be Alicia? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, so you're both on here from the same homestead. Very good. So Stringfield Ridge, you're at 25 degrees. You're warming back up Thursday. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yes, Caitlin, certainly. Just say whatever you want there. I have plenty of mods that will hammer you if you don't say anything nice to your mom, though. Okay, it's got 2.5 centimeters per inch. So we're talking about 75 inches, which would be about 6 feet, 6 feet of snow. Whoa. Yes, Leanna, I am feeling much better. Thank you. Oh, okay, 6.5 feet of snow. Oh, that's pretty close. Hey, Josh, hello from Australia. We're talking about 6 feet of snow, and you are cooking out there in the hot sun of Australia. Oh, that should be nice, Joey and Jesse. Well, you have a good time of dinner. Thank you for popping in. I really, really appreciate that. Neonicotinoids. Okay, it's a nerve agent. What does it get put in? Oh, that's lovely. Oh, there you go. Let's talk about prepping. Yeah, breaking it down. I can do that. Okay, thanks. Oh, Scott, you're right on it. Thanks. I'm sure you probably had to Google that, right? Oh, they spray the plants with the neonicotinoids for bugs and such. Okay. So when they have their whole garden area section and they're selling the plants, they go and spray it with that. Nice. Grammy Karen, 25 with a 16 wind chill. Okay. We are actually starting like Wednesday, I think it is. We're going to start warming up again, and we're going to be at least a full week right around freezing, which is going to be, you'll see people out in t-shirts, actually. I'm sure of it. Right, Leanna? Dave, yeah, you see people out in shorts and t-shirts and boots. So there will be a lot. Thank you, Karen. Appreciate that. Hi, Sean from Alaska. Welcome. Thank you for coming. So, Alicia, you're allergic to stings, wasps, hornets, etc. Is it safe to have plants that attract bees? You know what I found? I put in borage this year, the first time I planted it, and I had these huge bumblebees that were just all in there. They were so interested in the plant that they totally left me alone. I mean, I could just work around them, move them, all kinds of stuff, and they could care less about me because they loved those flowers. So, farming our backyard, take a picture. People will do that here too. Okay, I will do that. So nicotine causes a slow toxic effect, contaminated hive insects, spraying on. Ay, ay, ay. Wow. So there's some people, I know that you need to have like a smoker kind of thing to be around the hives. So you have to be careful what actually goes in there. So I wonder if there's some people that think that, well, if they're smoking with a cigarette, they can do the same thing. That would just like kill the bees then, wouldn't it? So when do I start planting seeds indoors? I started middle of March last year, and it was way too early for almost all the plants. Now, if there's some herbs that take a long time, so those I'll probably start maybe even earlier than that. But otherwise, everything else, I'm going to wait until probably almost the beginning or the middle of April, and not plant until end of May, beginning of June. So for anything outside. I know, Kiri, I know you hate cold weather, so. Oh, hi, Bob, gardening and chivalry. We're going to be getting to the chivalry here. We're just kind of covering some things here. Thanks, Karen. I appreciate it. The wasps that you have problems with, the bees are no problem. So that I don't know. Yeah, Eli would probably be a good one to help you with that. So anyway, all right. Since Bob popped in and he wants to see what the subject is, I want to take a poll first from everybody. Okay, first, either give me a thumbs up or a wave or something with your hand. If you don't have access to any of those, just say yes or something, yes or no. First of all, do you know what chivalry is? So some younger people might have never heard of that, but so I want to see what everybody has. Do you know what chivalry is? So there's a little bit of a delay here. All right, we're getting a good resounding yes. Okay. So the definition of chivalry it comes from the medieval knightly system. Oh, hi, Mrs. B. I love the roses. Thanks so much. Oh, that's good, Eli. That's great. Comes from the medieval knightly system with its religious, moral, and social code. So it's the combination of qualities expected of an ideal knight, especially courage, honor, courtesy, justice, and a readiness to help the weak. So that's also courteous behavior, especially that of a man towards a woman or towards women. And it was that the relations with women were models of chivalry and restraint. So it doesn't mean that women aren't capable of doing something. It just comes down to a common courtesy, respect, and selflessness. So, so more poll here. So do we have anybody new in here? Hey, Deb's Way. Hi, Mary Brown. Thanks for coming in. Next part of the poll. Women. Now, this is just for the ladies here. Do you want men to be chivalrous? Either thumbs up, thumbs down, yes, no, whatever. Would you want a man to be chivalrous in your life? By the definitions that we just talked about: common courtesy, respect, selflessness, being of, justice, a readiness to help the weak, all that kind of stuff. Awesome. Yeah. That's what I love about this community. You guys, we're just like on the same page. That's great, Connie. That's awesome. So then, men, do you make a practice of being chivalrous? I'd like to hear from the guys here. Do you try to, or do you make a practice of it? Or is it something that, because it's like taboo, really, it's not politically correct, do you kind of not even think about it, whatever? So we'll see what Sean says. Always. Awesome. Not getting as many men answering here. Okay. So anyway, chivalry can also actually be for women. They're doing things for other invalids or weak or older men or something like that. I think Leanna, that you're thrown into a position where you have to kind of take care of these guys. So is Mimsy, and different things like that. So yes, Eli, you're right. So you score points with Olivia when you're chivalrous. Exactly. And I was reading a bunch of articles today, and there are actually feminists that really like that, even though it goes against what they've fought for and what they believe and everything. They still want that respect and everything. And it's like, it doesn't mean that we're weak or anything like that, that we can't open our own door, we can't pull out our chair, whatever it is. But it's like, it's just that courteousness and that respect. And yes, you're right, Scott. Women's Lib did kill chivalry. It did. The reason this kind of brought this about was because I was out shoveling again today for a couple hours, and one of the areas that needs to be cleaned is across the road from me. and it's in front of our mailboxes, and it's actually part of the property of a neighbor across the street. Well, he's the owner. He's like in his mid to late 20s or something. He's got another roommate there, and so there's two young guys there that, I've already asked them once when they first moved in and everything, can you help with keeping that cleared out? And it's, oh yeah, that'll be fine. Well, with this last snowfall that we had a foot of snow. You guys are going to have some great comments in here. I just love it. Thanks so much. With this all the snow that we had, what the plows left. Okay, and in front of the mailboxes for them to deliver, we have to have about 30 feet cleared from that area. And so I'm out there today, and for about 30 feet, and it's like 4 feet deep, or 4 feet in, and then about 3 feet high. So you can kind of picture that 30 by 4 by 3 feet high. And that's a lot of snow, and it's all heavy stuff because it's all plowed from the road. And this guy his truck was home. I wasn't sure if he was home or not, and I'm just not going to go and knock on his door and say, hey, can you make sure you come out and help me? Because it's like I asked once, and it's like should be, if you see an older woman out there shoveling all this stuff, it's like, go and help her, and it's like, but I live in an area of just clueless rednecks, pretty much. I'm sorry for any like really good rednecks out there, but it's like, it gets aggravating. And the thing is, I was out there shoveling, and all of a sudden I started kind of hearing this noise, and I realized he was in his truck trying to get it started, and it wouldn't start. And then he started flooding it. Well, he had snuck out to his car, so his truck, so he couldn't hear me. And then, so I just kept shoveling, and then at one point I saw him sneaking back around to his door, and he's just like, opening it really quietly and sneaking in and closing it quietly so that he wouldn't make any noise to alert me that he was actually out there, so that he wouldn't have to help me. I'm like, oh, thank you, Alicia. Yeah, my voice is probably 90 to 95%, so I'm doing really, really good. But yes, that was a lot of snow, and the thing is, it's on his property, and I'm clearing out in front of his mailbox too. And the thing is, if I don't clear it out, I don't get my mail, and I do business that way too, and so I need to have that done. But anyway, so I just, after all these years, so many times that I'll be clearing out piles of snow, and guys will come driving down the road, and it's right in town, and they'll come down the street in their pickups with their big front end plow things, and just wave and drive on by. And I'm standing out there, piles of snow with a shovel, and that's it. And it's like, oh my goodness. So it used to just fry me like crazy. So, well, Eli, it's something I kind of have to do here. Otherwise we never get out for 6 months. So, I know it's like, now I just kind of like shake my head and laugh and I just give it up to the Lord and just like, oh, okay, just, I'll do it. Just give me the strength to finish it. But anyway, yeah, it is kind of crazy. So anyway, I was just like, oh, where is Chivalry? So nobody knows anything about it anymore, the younger generation. And it's like, it's so crazy. There are actually studies that show that if men are willing to invest in chivalry, women find that far more attractive. So it really doesn't take that much extra work. So, so I know, Leanna, right? It's like, and then he floods it and he couldn't get it started anyway, so sneaking out there and trying to get that. Oh, Dave, the post office is 10 miles away. So, oh, that's an idea. I don't know that I would have any power over that, actually. So, but you're right, Mary. Just there's a lot of men that just don't have a clue. But there is, hey, I'd be happy to feed somebody if they came and shoveled my stuff. I really would. I would have no problem with that at all. I'll make a pie. I'll make a batch of cookies. I'll do whatever. So, no, I won't do whatever. Scratch that. Oops. No, but I'll cook. Absolutely. And then I'm going to blush, aren't I? So, thank you, Bob. Thank you. Yes, that was fun time there. Absolutely. So, actually, chivalry actually really shows where the heart is. If if you can't be chivalrous, you can't give to anything that you really have. Yes, oops. You really have a selfish heart. You really do, and there's a selflessness of putting other people before you. And homestead women actually are very strong women in general. And you got to kind of look at the pioneers. And I was flushing. I know I made a big oops. Thanks, Mrs. B. Yes, pioneer women. I mean, we're capable of a whole lot. And hi, Thrifty VG. But we still want to be cherished, and that's just kind of a thing. I think men want to be cherished too, and we just have to give each other that respect. And I think that's kind of the core of things, is where we've just lost respect for one another. So, Dave, that's worth it. You'd have to pick a. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't even know if that would be legal for me to do that though. So I could. The problem is our mailboxes are like 2 feet apart, and if I don't shovel in front of his, then they can't deliver mine. So anyway, farm girls can kick butt. Leanna, yep. Ah, that's funny. Sunny Preps, were you saying something that you were a feminist? I don't know. Let me see. Where did I find your conversation? You consider yourself you just equality in work and opportunities. That is just asking for respect. I don't consider that one of the actual feminists too, like Single Man said too. So hi Barbara. Yep. Some good women. They were, let me see. It says it was a form of preferential treatment that men once accorded to women generations ago. And it was inspired by the sense that there was something special about women, that they deserved added respect, and that not doing so was uncouth, cowardly, and essentially despicable. So do you see that anymore today? I don't know. I mean, I just don't. And it said chivalry arose as a response to the violence and barbarism of the Middle Ages. It cautioned men to temper their aggression, deploying it only in appropriate circumstances, like to protect the physically weak and defenseless members of society. Masculinity with morality and civility is a very powerful force for good. But masculinity without these virtues is dangerous, even lethal. So I am in no way doing any type of man bashing, because the women actually put us in this situation. So it's, I hope you guys pick that up, because I totally respect you and I love all of you. You guys are great. So, oh, Karen, that's so great. That's so great. Yep. Most unspoken social contracts have broken down. Yep. Yep. Hi, Cecilia. Thank you for coming. You're right, Eli. Absolutely. And it can be really from either way, either direction. So, one kind of example that they were showing is the differences of how we've come in 100 years. When the Titanic went down, 3/4 of the women on the ship survived. Over 3/4 of the men, by contrast, died. So there's actually a memorial in Washington, D.C. to the men. And on the inscription, it reads, "To the brave men who perished in the wreck of the Titanic, they gave their lives that women and children might be saved." And it's just like so cool. Hey, Paul, how are you doing? Dutch off grid. So, I mean, it's just that we actually have a memorial to that. And it's like, I don't know if anybody even realizes it's there. So I think that's just really cool. Okay, so contrast that with 100 years from then, in 2011. So the Titanic went down in 1912. So in 2011, I don't know if you remember, over in Tuscany, there was a cruise ship that went down. And they said a group of today's men were tested the way that the men on board the Titanic were. So when the cruise ship, the Costa Concordia, hit a rock and capsized off the coast of Tuscany, men actually pushed women and children out of the way to save themselves. And so one Australian woman on board reported at the time, "The people that pushed their way onto the boat were then trying to tell them to shut the door, not to let any more people on the lifeboat after they had actually pushed their way on." We just couldn't believe it, especially the men. They were worse than the women. So women were pushy too, but I think it's just a breakdown of a core piece of our society. And it's really sad, actually. It's very, very sad. Hey, busy little house. Hi. Hi, Bev. Yep. Actually, Bev, you're right. It's the everyday picking yourself up, doing the work that needs to be done, no matter what, for other people and for your families, and just taking care of things. So, yes, Karen, us old women, we need to be taken care of now, right? Then it ends. The article ended. This contrast is indicative of a larger trend: the decline of chivalry and the rise of boorish behavior. So anyway, there we go. That's one thing on chivalry, and I was so glad to see so many thumbs up, so people know what it is, that they want it in their lives, that they actually do it in their lives, and I commend you all for that. I think that's something we can certainly work on passing on to the young men in our communities, and especially throughout homesteading and homeschooling and whatever. So just respecting one another. So we're talking about the weather, getting back to that. So, all right, we got the Super Bowl coming up in 2 weeks, right? So it's the Chiefs against the 49ers. So who's rooting for whom? I have no idea, because, well, the 49ers beat us, so beat the Vikings, so I'm not sure. Okay, Sunny Prep. So yes, today's definition and conception is very awful. It really is. It's gotten so far away from what the early movement was and the women were, and it is really bad. So, oh, I'm sorry, Eli. It was hard. So, hey, Mims, how are you doing? Thanks for coming. So you just missed our whole chivalry type of presentation here and discussion. So you probably see little bits and pieces. Hi, Pete's Little Homestead. Thanks for coming. You're right, Alicia. It used to protect the unborn. And the original one was really just to be able to vote, to have equal opportunity in the workplace and things like that, because from the wars we lost so many men. We needed to have, so many women were picking up the need to support their families, and they weren't being paid for that. So all of that kind of was forcing that issue, but it has gotten so bizarre now. So, and it's, yeah, I know, I hate that, Alicia, too. So, But it's also done a number on our men, and that's really been devastating, and therefore on society. So it's really not good. So, oh, you guys are so great. 42 people here in the house. Oh my goodness. I get to spend my Monday night with 42 friends. Now, who else can really say that, right? Although, Bob, you'll be spending some. No, you're not doing that tonight. So, oh, Grammy Karen, yeah, your kids will spend with about 800 friends. So, anyway, I had before Christmas, before I got sick, I actually got a couple things. So, it's a little envelope from Baker Creek here. So, okay, just the start of some things here. Some different things that now. My mom, I love her to death, and bless her heart. She has always tried so hard, but she would cook things with no flavor until they were cooked to death and just like boiled up, and they were so hard to eat. They really were. No seasonings, especially vegetables. And so I never did like beets. So I'm actually going to try some golden beets this year. They just look so beautiful from ones that I've seen. So I'm going to try a few of these. So, oh, Gail, this is my respiratory tea that I have. My tea is, it's almost gone here, but it's peppermint, mullein, sage, oregano, elderberry tincture, and honey. So it really helps to open up my lungs. It really works really well. So, Karen, you love beets. Okay. Yeah, I know. Aren't those pretty? So pretty. I was kind of looking for ones that would be like just super colored. They don't want the deep, rich red ones. I've heard that these are actually, it says it's got a more mellow flavor, and I think it's a little sweeter. And I said the greens are really good for it too. So I've never eaten beet greens. So what do we have here? Hi, Tinker's wife. Hello. Well, that works, Eli. You grow them for multiple reasons. So how do you fix the greens on this then? What's a good way to eat that? Well, Connie Tillman, what's the benefits of beets? Because I just don't eat the beets, so I'm not sure. It is, Gail. It's an excellent tea. It's really, really good. So, and the peppermint and the oregano are from my garden, and the others are not. But hoping to grow mullein and sage this year, so we'll see. I got some lemon basil. So I've tried some basil the last couple years, and but everybody just raves about the lemon one, so I'm going to try that and see what I can do with it. Oh, for the iron. Okay. So you saute them just like any other greens. Okay. Any special seasoning that makes them really good? Like Italian seasoning or just garlic or something like that. So you eat the tops like spinach. You fry it, garlic and oil. Oh, yum. Yes, Mrs. B, I do make my respiratory tea, and I have a video they put up last week on it. So you can see what I actually have in there too, if you have a chance to watch it. So, all right, Bob. Well, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate that. So you cook beet greens with some sauteed onions and bacon pieces. Oh, that's getting even better. Ooh, sounds good. Good for liver function. Okay. I know iron is always really, really good. So, thank you, Leanne. I really appreciate that. All right. I got some German chamomile. I didn't have that. Oh, it's really glary there, isn't it? There we go. German chamomile. So starting to add a little bit more to my my herb section. So we'll see. You're welcome, Mrs. B. Thanks so much. Is that an annual? It's an annual. So I'm hoping that I can still save some seeds. They're itty bitty here. There's a lot of seeds. So I'm probably going to have to sprouts in 10 to 14 days. I think I'll probably start that inside early. And then I don't even eat raw tomatoes. But I don't like raw tomatoes. I'll eat them cooked any which way. But I just have not been able to do raw tomatoes, which I know is so weird. But actually, Jeremiah is like that too. Maya. So anyway, one thing that they were showing that Jess and Maya have done is taken their cherry tomatoes or the grape ones and actually cut them in half and then dehydrate them for tomato snacks. Just keep jars of them. So, oh, Leanna, that's a good idea. That's good to know. I mean. Oh, nothing comes back there. So anyway, I'm putting a foot in the wild side, you guys here. So the atomic grape tomatoes. Look at these babies. Now, wouldn't that be fun? Dehydrated in a snack and have it in a jar all year round. It's like, oh. So I'm going to see if these will grow for me. I'm not sure if they will, but anyway, this is my fun one here. So, hello, Fork and Allotment. Thank you so much. Thanks, Anna. I appreciate you catching up on some things there for me. So, sorry to miss some things. Yeah, do watch it, Mrs. B. I really appreciate that. That'll if you have any questions, just call me. So you've got my phone number. So. Oh, Julie, really? They're very acidic? Oh. Atomic grape. So what would they be really, would dehydrating them make them better? Is there any way? So I don't know. Has anybody grown these or eaten them before? Other than, okay. And then, I don't know. I have to see if I have room in my garden, but I thought these would be kind of fun. Do some dried beans, the dragon tongue beans. So they actually dry a hard bean with this striation on it and these colors. So I thought that'd be kind of fun, like in a soup and and dried beans and things like that. So we'll see. The Tinker's Wife. Be sure to add some calcium to the soil to avoid blossom and rot on those. Okay. They're sweet and acidic in flavor. You got berries, crazy cherries, because your hubby works with a guy named Barry that always asks for cherry. Oh, that's funny. Oh. Oh, okay. The atomic grape for Jill. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm going to try a couple plants of that maybe, and we'll see how that comes out. I know. I had never thought of doing that, Gail, of cutting them in half and then dehydrating them and just having those for snacks. And it's like having little chips around, and I like crunchy things. So so that would be kind of really cool. I know I have a snow garden right now. Yes, I do have a snow garden. All right, those are my Baker Creek ones. So trying to get a few things. I still have a lot of seeds left from last year, so I'm hoping to be able to use those of which that I really wanted to grow again. And thank you, Karen, so much. You guys have the best mods too. I know we mod for a lot of one another, but you guys are the best. You really are. We have our backs. I had always gotten my seeds from Gurney's, and the last couple of years stepping out, trying a few different things, of course, Baker Creek, and even just getting things at Menards and Walmart. But just trying some other things out, but there are some things that I really, really liked from Gurney's, and I'm going to go back to those this year. And one is they don't have pictures on them or anything like that, but you know, they've got all the information on the back. But this is it's like a tape strip of carrot seeds, and it's a tricolor hybrid, which means they get the purple, yellow, and orange carrots kind of in a strip, and it just gets a variety of them. Oops. And then my bush beans, the early contender bush beans. I get 2 packs of them because I really, really like them. They produce really well for me. They've grown really well. I've never had problems with them, so I'm going to go back to those. And they've just, yeah, they've done really, really well. So, hey, Whitetail Hollow. Paul, thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Oh, you made them. What did you make them out of? Was it just tape, or did you have something else that you used to make the strips? It really makes it easy for planting. You don't overplant, which I tend to do. I tend to just like sprinkle 1,000 in, you know, 5 feet or something. So, the dragon tongue beans are yummy too. Oh, good. I've got a lot of stuff that you really like. Are they? I mean, to me, beans are like all the same flavor when you get to dried beans. But is there like a particular flavor to them, or are they particularly good in any type of tissue paper? Okay. Are they good in a particular kind of dish or food or something like that? Would be good to know. So you got lots of pole beans. Okay. They are pretty. Okay, tissue paper and toilet paper. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't even think about all that, so that's neat. Oh, Forkland Allotment, thank you so much. I know you're in the UK, yeah. And thanks for popping in. I really appreciate that. Well, Grammy Karen, I bet you Kentucky Wonder does really, really well in Kentucky. So these early contenders are, one of the things I like about them is that they are a 49-day plant, and in our short growing season I can actually get 2 full plantings in them. I can pull them out, get them back in, and you know, harvest them, pull the plants, and get a whole other planting in before we get to frost. So that's one thing that's really nice about those. I like that. All right, what do I have here? Trying a different brand of banana peppers this year. It was a total fail for me last year, so I'm going to try just a different brand and see if that'll work for me. And I'm not putting them in pots, so they'll go right in my beds. So your husband is a good gardener. Oh, that's great. Oh, Julie, that's cool. Hey, Gil, thanks for coming in. Oh, Mims, you're so good. Thank you. When Gurney's got bought out. Oh, is that what happened? Okay, because I've been getting seeds from them for like 25 years or more. So, so anyway, yeah, actually, they still have good seeds, but I have not had very good luck with any of Gurney's rootstock. So maybe like 50-50 type of thing. So, you know, you go and spend $20 or $30 on rootstocks, and whether they were strawberries or trees or whatever, and not very good continuation rate on that. So, but here's my sage. So I got my sage and some more carrots, just regular tender sweet orange carrots. But so my sage seeds, and then from Amazon I actually got mullein seeds. So I can grow my sage and my mullein, and I have my peppermint and oregano already in the garden, and I'm set for excuse me, I'm set for making my getting batches and batches of dried herbs for my teas. So I'm so excited about that. Hey, Organic Raw Roots Farm, thanks for coming in. Did you hear that? I said farm. A little southern snuck out in there. Oh my goodness. I know, Gail, that happens. And then from my wonderful friend Thrifty VG online here, I have yucca seeds and black-eyed Susan seeds. So these are the new contributions to my garden for next year. And I probably will have a couple others that I'll have to get, but really not too much. So I haven't had to spend much on seeds this year, which is really great. So, okay, what's Julie doing? You need more seeds now. I brought them out at the prime time here for everybody. They're hungry for seeds. Oh, you guys are so good to me. So, otherwise, doing pretty good. Trying to get my voice back and get it back strong, but you know, when I use it for a lot, it kind of gives up. So just trying to build my voice endurance, my vocal endurance there. So anyway, it'll all come out good. I've already improved so much, and that could be outside shoveling. You know, is great. And more seeds than land. Oh, well, you know, you've got seeds for to share with other people, as well as for about 20 years down the line, right? Oh. So Gail, oh, okay. So is my tea. Yes. It's a hard life when you have a healthy addiction. Yes. Well, then, Lazy Pond, you've won quite a few. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. What is my favorite thing to grow in the garden? Oh, my goodness. My favorite thing. Wow, there's so many. I love the strawberries, green beans, probably right up there. Last year was really one of the first years I've been really successful with the tomatoes. And so I think as I become more successful with that and figuring out the ways that work well for my space and our climate and different things like that, I think that'll probably be a lot more fun to actually grow. So, you know, things that don't grow and they don't work out right, and they, you know, maybe you start them inside, or you know, plant them and tend to them as much as they can, and then all of a sudden either they're wiped out by bugs or hail or something like that, or you know, they're not fun to grow. They're not exciting. They're not rewarding because you don't get any harvest from them. Beans have always been super prolific for me. Let's see what the carrots are actually kind of a pain to weed, but once you get one or two good weedings in there, then they're taken care of. But they are actually fun to pull up. So it's a lot of work and digging right down. But when you get a 10 or 12-inch carrot that comes out, it's like really satisfying. So so I'm missing some of the chat. So sorry guys. Oh, Lazy Pond Farm, I hope you get better soon. And anybody else who's out there who's sick, believe me, I know how that is. Yeah, if you have something that continues to just not work, and it's kind of like that definition of insanity. You keep doing the same thing with expecting expecting different results, and you just bang your head against a wall. So, so either you got to um, change location of where you're putting things, change up how you're growing, or just not grow it, try to get something else get it from anybody else. So anyone that has seen your seed collection has looked at you like, oh, I know. My seed collection is actually pretty small compared to most of you, but it's okay. I have a small area to grow, so I don't need a lot of things either. So Connie, you were told to start tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants indoors and the rest outdoors. Okay. And my gardener just put up a video, was it yesterday? I want to say yesterday or Saturday, on seed starting, and he said like all the mistakes that people make, and so there's a lot of things that really should be sowed direct sow rather than starting them inside. So anyway, you guys should go check out that video. I think that would be really good. Experiments require failure to show you the right direction to go. Exactly. So what doesn't work just means that I try something else. Absolutely. Yep, and I just gotta try because everywhere is different. And for me, I have 12 beds now, so each bed actually might have different kind of soil in it. And although I've tried to make it all the same, but according to what I've been growing in there, there's different amendments. And like where I had beans last year, there's a lot more nitrogen that got put into that soil, as opposed to like my onion bed, which took the nitrogen out of the soil. So from bed to bed, it's going to be different for me. So I'm going to have to figure out, how to amend each bed to get it ready for the new, the new plants that are going to be going in there, and whatever vegetables or something. So mint and marigold tea, yeah, that would be good. Farmers markets are a great place to buy local and to learn. Yes, most of the farmers know of great plants. Exactly. Just ask people in your area if you're kind of new to it. You're right, Eli. He is a wise young man. He is. I've learned a lot from him. Gail, first you don't succeed, try, cry again. Yeah. I've not heard that version of it, but hey, Scott, thanks so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Be safe driving home. So we've got about 2 or 3 minutes left here, guys. And does anybody have any questions for the final 2 minutes? Like what do they call it? The lightning round? Do I grow cauliflower? No, I don't. I tried that about 25 years ago. I had so many bugs and didn't want to try it again. So, and with my limited space that I have, I really do pick and choose those foods that I will eat and preserve and different things. So, yes, Connie, this hour went so fast. You guys are so great. I just love communing with you. And so it's so fun. Thanks, Karen, so much for coming. I know you're gonna get a set up for the kids, so we'll see you over there. Yes, Leanna, he's up north, close to the border, actually. So I did sing on Saturday, but I couldn't do that well. I had to back up. So I got hoarse pretty quickly. And but each day is going a little bit better, so I'll have to sing again next weekend. But it is a very fast hour, Eli. Yes. Well, hello, James Cochran. Yes, Ariel has just been so great. Thank you for coming here. I really appreciate that. Yeah, she's a young woman with a lot of knowledge, and so I did try singing on Saturday, and it just I was quite horsey yet for that. So Leanna, you grow cauliflower. Okay, well, that's good. Ooh, Julie's starting stuff today. All right. Thank you guys. The party at the Stivers, yes. Hey, Garnine from Scratch, thank you for coming in. Thank you, Eli. Appreciate it. All right. Any other questions here? So, all right, guys. Well, it's 7 o'clock Central Time here. Thank you for everybody who has come, especially from all over the world, Australia to the UK to Canada, all over the United States. It's so cool. You guys are so great. Thank you so much. Yes, there's Stivers and Freedom Homestead tonight, and there's, I don't know if Two Families going to be on tonight or not, but there's a whole bunch of different things. So anyway, you guys take care. God bless, and we'll see you Monday night next week. Bye-bye.